Yo, this is the state of emergency. Check. I need all my Knicks fans right now to grab your jerseys, your popcorn, your sodas, whatever you gotta do to get ready for this game. I don't care if you're a cheerleader, an athlete, a couch potato. We're here to restore the feeling. Matter of fact, how do you say it from New York? What I say it from New York? Hey, yo, let's go Knicks!
Hey, yo, I bring that New York energy. Talking 42nd Street. Alley hoop finger roll. Ain't nobody checking me. Crossover through the legs. Step back, hit a three. Still up in the hood, but got big baller tendencies. She just trying to get flued out to John Kennedy. Just to see the Knicks play. Make a couple memories. New York, if you ain't from here, don't pretend to be. And if you ain't rocking with the Knicks, you an enemy. Yeah, look at us. Whole city is wild. This is New York. Why y'all ever counted us out? Any game we attend, yeah, we taking it now. Fast break on the court, all up and down. Lead a garden in the pigsty. Yeah, we get it on this side. Bacon, egg, and cheese or the lobster neck with the ribeye. Either way, we winning the overtime if we get tired. Get it with the team, yeah, that's just something we live by. Hey, yo, first quarter in, we gon' turn it up. Gotta warm up first, then we taking it dub. By the third quarter in, no, they ain't catching up. Gotta stay in the lead before that shot clock buzz. If the Knicks get a win, we gon' do it again. Make the finals once before, we gon' do it again. Bounce back in the fourth, we gon' do it again. It's been a while since the chip, but we gon' do it again, yeah.
Yo, put your hands up. If you rockin' with the Knicks, put your hands up. Yo, put your hands up. If you from New York, put your hands up. Yo, look, put your hands up. If you rockin' with the Knicks, put your hands up. Look, put your hands up. Hey, yo, New York City, put your hands up. Sky, baby.
What up? What's going on? How are y'all that are out there today in streaming land? Welcome to the Church Guys Sports Show podcast for today. This is the 4th of June, 2024. As we're here every Tuesday night, join us here on this platform. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. We are live on X right now. So we're excited for this show on tonight. So we want to get right into it. So we invite you to join us tonight. Again, do us a favor. I got 4 things that I need you to do. I need you to like the post. If you're on one of our social medias watching live right now, like the post, share the post out, tag somebody in the comments that you know love sports like we do as the Church Guys. And lastly, of course, we like a talk back church because we preachers. So we want you to comment on the post and we want to have an interactive conversation with you. So again, like, share, tag, comment. Let's get the algorithms working. If you're on YouTube, that's on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, we want you to click the subscribe button, that bell notification, which will let you know anytime that the Church Guys Sports Show is live. Tonight, flying solo for a little while. We were hoping to have Keisha Carter on. Bishop L is recovering from his weekend. His birthday was last Thursday. He had an amazing birthday banquet on Friday that I couldn't get up to because I had to stay in Virginia. I had to do a wedding, but I did support my brother, made sure I bought a ticket and made sure that my brother was supported in that way. Sometimes it's just about the support that you got to give. So we want everybody to like, share, tag, and comment. Join us on the conversation. Get in the comment section. We want to talk to you tonight. I'm waiting for Keisha Carter to come on. I told y'all we're going to end up changing the name of the show to the Church Person Sports Show. If Keisha keep coming on here, she was scheduled to be on with us tonight. So we're hoping that Keisha comes on soon. But in the meanwhile, we're going to get right into it. We're going to get right into the sports talk. Mike McFadden, what's going on, bro? What's going on? Let's go. Love the new intro music. Hey, thank you very much. Again, shout out to Kaya, one of the number one Knick fans. Had the chance to see her on Instagram and see that amazing freestyle that she did. And we reached out to her like we told you last week. And she gave us consent to be able to use the music that you hear in the background, that Knicks freestyle as part of our opening. And so we are here on tonight. So we get ready to kick off this show. And our frequent contributor, my sister is here. And I'm so glad that she's here with herself on today because we got a lot to talk about that she don't want to talk about, but we're going to talk about it anyway. That's the beauty of being the host and the producer of the show. I get to push the topics the way I want to. So again, like, share, tag, comment, get in here, get everybody in here, because we bring it to the stage right now. None other than Keisha Carter. Keish, what's going on?
Up? Hey, y'all.
Keisha is in the building. Keisha's in the building. What's going on? How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. How was yours?
It was busy. It was busy.
Oh.
Just ripping and running as always. I had to do a wedding on Saturday. It was just that. It's just been
On
one of those
Friday.
weekends. I didn't even get to New York on Friday, so I missed the banquet. I paid for my ticket, so it was good. My money was there. That's all that really matters anyway.
Donation.
My money
You a
was
good
there.
friend.
Right. That's my brother. I had to make sure,
Okay.
make sure we was up in there. So we here tonight. NBA Finals get started on Thursday night. The Dallas Mavericks will take on the Boston Celtics. Game 1 live from the TD Bank Garden will take place at 9 p.m. on ABC. For those of you who wish to watch it, I probably won't be watching it because I don't got a beef with Dallas, but I don't want to see Boston. Keisha, don't look at me like that. I don't want to see the Boston Celtics.
You don't want to see Boston lose?
I want Boston to lose. I want Boston to lose. I do. It's difficult for me. I'm just going to be very honest because I love Kyrie Irving and I want Kyrie to kick Boston's butt, but I'm not that fond of Luka. So it's
Me either.
It's like I can't root for the whole team. So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't have to root for Boston at all. You'll be tuned in, I'm sure, on Thursday night for Game 1.
I
Jay,
will be because I'm not going to miss that because I just want to see Boston lose. I need to see that.
Well, it looks like Kristaps Porzingis will be back for this series, but I don't think he's going to be much of a difference maker for the Boston Celtics in this. Boston is a unique team in that they have 4 guys that can handle the ball, but these guys are – Boston bothers me, and this is why I'm so mad my team was injured, because Boston don't run plays. They run a lot of high roll, and they go one-on-one with you, and they let their athleticism beat you. That's how Boston wins their games. Boston is not a better team than anybody. I want to be clear on that. Boston is not a better team.
They're not. They're not. And I really want this narrative to be killed about Tatum too. I just want this narrative to be put to rest. So that's why I can't wait to the finals. Look at my brother.
Bishop J Mac is here. Bishop J
here.
Mac is here. We missed you, bro. We missed you. We know you've been doing a lot. Busy with school, and your wife was traveling. Just a whole lot going on. But we're glad to have you tonight.
I was in Miami last week. I couldn't get on, but I am back here. I am ready to go.
And we are glad to see you. Mike McFadden said, I'm not watching it once my team is out. I don't care anymore. I know, Mike, especially with the season that our team had. And there's a lot to unpack from that as well, because I want to talk about something that I saw in the Roommates podcast this past week as well, but we'll get to that. Right now, we're just talking NBA Finals preview as we preview Boston versus Dallas, which will start on Thursday night, ABC at 9 p.m. We're just talking about how the Celtics really don't have an offensive identity. They just have a bunch of really skilled players that, I will say this, Boston does play defense. They do that. But offensively, they don't have an identity. They have a bunch of skilled players that go one-on-one. They run a lot of high screen and roll, a lot of 5 out. And because they have 4 ball handlers on the floor at any given time, and pretty much everybody can stick to 3, that's what makes them dangerous. It's screen and roll, dive toward the basket. When the defense collapses, kick out and spray to the open 3-point shooter. That's been their offense the entire year, and they shot an unbelievable clip this year for 3-point shooting. But as you saw in the playoffs, in their losses especially at home, they don't shoot as well.
They do as well at home and away.
And I caught the tail end of what Keisha was saying, and I have to agree. And I know there's going to be some Boston fans that ain't going to like it, but hey, this is our show. I'm going to say what needs to be said.
Say it.
Tatum is he's inconsistent. I was talking to my dad, and my dad even said it. He said, just look at the Eastern Conference Finals. Jaylen Brown won the award.
Jaylen Brown won the series.
Jaylen Brown, right. And we know he can be inconsistent too. So it just so happened he got hot. Give him his credit. He made a big shot in game one, which pretty much took the heart away from the Pacers. If you go back to that game, that pretty much took the Pacers out. Everybody was like, oh, well, if Halliburton was playing, well, they lost 2 games with Halliburton playing. So
yeah, it wouldn't have made a difference.
Yeah, they lost 2 of those games with Halliburton playing. So, but, I just don't, I'm like you. I don't like the offensive sets. It's like, okay, you go this time. And that's how Miami used to play in their first year that they got together. All right, Dwayne, you go to D-Wade, it's your turn. All right, LeBron, it's your turn. They would swing the ball in the early quarters, and then down the stretch, it would be your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn. And that type of offense didn't work. And that was why at the end of the season, when they lost, D-Wade was like, yo, listen, this is your team. You do it. And you got to have an alpha when you got those 2 type of players. Somebody has to be the Batman. Somebody has to be the Robin. And right now, you don't know who's Batman. You don't know who's Robin. And anytime I watched Batman, it was a clear distinction in who was Batman and who was Robin. And when you look at NBA teams, it was always any of those teams, Magic was Batman, Kareem was Robin. Okay? Jordan was Batman, Pippen was Robin.
Yep.
Shaq was Batman, Kobe was Robin. You knew once they got their identities together, and the other thing is, it's too late in the game for them not to know who's Batman is Robin. Come on, how long they been together?
But that's a knock that I have.
Keisha?
No, that's what I'm saying. We've been talking about that. That's what I'm talking about.
For years.
I'm trying to figure out, do they know what each other is doing? Is the chemistry, can they, I don't know. I just feel like, like you said, Bishop, Jaylen, I feel like he deserved it. That's what he needed to do. He had to step it up because, like we said, Tatum be disappearing. And I don't know where people be finding these stats of Tatum to make it seem like he really be doing major work on the court. I don't know where they get this from.
They're not looked in. If you notice, they never bring up his shooting percentages.
Right, I was going to say he's a volume scorer.
Yeah,
he's a volume scorer.
They never bring that up. That's why I'm like, how is the numbers adding up where we already know how y'all are when y'all away?
Well, that's why he didn't win the award, because his shooting percentage was so low. That's why he didn't win it, is because his shooting percentages were low. Yeah, he had the numbers. It's like Iverson. Iverson was putting up 30 points a game, but what was his shooting percentage in those years?
Right.
So...
And that's what makes Jalen Brunson better than all of them. But that's another conversation.
Yes. Yeah, they put those numbers up that he was even better than Ant-Man. But we ain't going to talk about that. That ain't for today.
That's not for today.
I don't want to talk about that today.
I'm sorry. I forgot this is Keisha's show now.
I don't.
You missed last week. Keisha has taken over our show.
Oh, so it's church guys and gals.
It's the church person's sports show.
Got it.
And Mike McFadden, that's a very good point. At one point, Kobe did become Batman as Shaq began to get a little older and Kobe stepped into it. But there was that passing of the torch.
But you still know.
Exactly. And I got a hot take on that whole thing. Other than Ant-Man, my issue is this generation. There are no alphas in this generation because everybody's afraid of hurting somebody's feelings. In the 90s and early 2000s, Kobe and Shaq fought because they were not afraid to hurt each other's feelings. They fought for the right to be the alpha. Jordan made you know, this is my team. Magic.
When Shaq left, Kobe made it plain. This is my team. Matter of fact, Jeannie Buss and Dr. Buss made it plain.
This is Magic's team.
That's why we letting Shaq go, because it's your team now. And like you said, Magic, everybody knew. Isaiah, that was Isaiah's team.
Absolutely. And Boston doesn't play that way. And that's a problem. The NBA is a league where, okay, maybe you don't need a big 3 or a big 4, but you need an alpha. You absolutely
need two. You need
You
two.
need
You
two.
need two.
You need
You
a
need
1A
two.
and a 1B. You're right. You
So-
need a 1A
Yeah.
and a 1B.
You
And
do.
you need to decide who's the 1A and who's the 1B. In New York, we know Jalen Brunson is the 1A. Julius Randle will be the 1B. And they're going to be accepting of those roles. You saw in January when they went on that run before Julius got hurt, he was accepting. This is Jalen's team. I got it. I'm still going to get my 25 and 10, but I'm going to play off of Jalen and let him rock. And it works. It absolutely works.
Yeah,
Can you say that
know,
about Kyrie and Luka though?
Honestly, that's Kyrie Irving's team. But their dynamic is a little different, but I like it. I like it for Kyrie because Kyrie, as the grizzled veteran at 31 years old, he realizes I can be the alpha without scoring all the time.
He knows what his position is. He just knows it.
He's good in his skin.
In
Yes.
his own way, I'm telling you.
He's good in his skin right now. You know, earlier on, you know, when he didn't like what happened with LeBron. He was young then.
Yeah,
he was
that was
immature.
different. That was
He
different.
admits that. Yep.
Now he's like, listen, okay, you can have the shine. I just want the ring. Luka could be the face. I don't need to be the face.
And
He
I'm
could be
going to
the
lead the
face.
team in every other way. I'm going to lead us defensively. I'm going to make sure we're organized on the court. Luka, you're not a
Vocally.
point guard. You're going to play off the ball. I got it. I'm going to organize our offense. I'm going to make sure we're in the right spots on the floor. I'm going to make sure I'm pointing out things. I'm going to put you in the position to be successful because you are an elite scorer.
And you got Jason Kidd, who was a phenomenal point guard.
Phenomenal point guard.
Oh, he is killing it as a coach.
But that's
He's
almost not
killing it.
fair to have a point guard on the level of Jason Kidd to have Kyrie Irving as his extension on the
And
court.
Luka.
That's
Luka.
not fair.
These guys know how to see and then you got two sets of eyes on the floor, and then you got a set of eyes who was
On the
a
floor,
top
right.
5 point guard on the sideline. That's why I give the edge to the Mavs. Their coaching staff alone
Oh, yeah.
is going to put them in position.
Yeah,
So,
they know when
any
they make the
predictions?
adjustments. They know you could see when they make those adjustments. They know when they make those adjustments at the right time. They know it.
Absolutely. Listen, Jason, I knew Jason Kidd was going to be a great coach during that year where he ran out of timeouts and he had his player bump into him in Brooklyn to spill the drink on the floor so that they could get an extra timeout so he could draw up a play.
I remember that.
That's out of the box thinking as a coach. Like, okay, I don't have any timeouts, but I got to get my team together. What can I do? Bump into me. I'm going to spill this drink on the floor, and while they're cleaning up, I'm going to diagram up the next play.
And I know we talk about the NBA Finals, but I was having a conversation with somebody, and I let them know. I said, listen, y'all keep talking about the Knicks. I said, don't let me go down. How many players came through and coaches that came through the Brooklyn Nets organization, and they have nothing to show for it? Y'all want to bombard the Knicks? Do you understand y'all had Kyrie, KD, Jason Terry, KG,
Darren
Paul
Williams.
Pierce, Vince Carter, Kenyon Martin, Keith Van Horn. You had Jason Kidd as your coach.
Kenny Anderson.
Kenny Anderson.
When they were still in
Derek
Jersey.
Coleman.
Derek Coleman.
Terry Kittles. If you run down the line, for this organization to have all of these players to come through that organization,
Richard
and
Jefferson.
y'all got the nerve to snub your nose up at the Knicks across town,
And didn't get nowhere.
No.
Didn't get nowhere.
Nothing.
I mean, they made it to the
Nothing.
finals twice and lost, but
But
Okay, you didn't get
made it
nowhere.
to the finals twice and lost.
and
You didn't get
and
nowhere.
got beat badly both times. They got
They
run
had
off the
Tom
court both
McCullough as the
times.
center.
They
And
got
Shaq ate him up.
they got ran off the court both times. They got ran off the court.
Yes.
Embarrassment.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna make it about that, but I was having a conversation, and I'm just saying people love to bombard the Knicks. It's just cool when you're not a Knicks fan to bombard the Knicks. But that's another story for another time. But
That's a good point, Mike McFadden. A lot of them when they came, KG and
were long in the tooth.
Pierce were old at that point. But
they were long in the tooth.
But they had. But Vince
still.
Carter was in his prime.
Come on.
Jason Kidd was still in his prime.
And,
as a player,
Jefferson was in his prime.
Stephon Marbury was in his prime.
Definitely was in his prime.
Kenny Anderson was in his prime. Derek Coleman was in his prime. Kenyon Martin, Kerry Kittles. Those guys were in their prime.
Derek Coleman,
in New Jersey.
Kenny Anderson. You know, before Drazen Petrovic lost his life, they had Drazen Petrovic.
Bishop Butler, who's watching
it's
this
only
as I'm
been
watching
2 shows. Why
and working, guy and girl better change the name of the show. I told you, it's the church person's.
It's only been 2 shows.
I need. El, you got to do a new graphic so I can do it. What I got to do on my end, because El created the original logo for.
I'm about to be the moniker of the show. I'm about to be the moniker.
Guys and gals.
The church guys and gals. Yeah, in New Jersey I mean, they went to the finals, Mike, in New Jersey twice and got killed. They got absolutely killed both times.
San Antonio killed them, and the Lakers killed them.
And the Lakers killed them. Exactly. So, I mean, they didn't get what they got one against San Antonio.
They got one.
That
was when Jason Kidd stepped up that game.
Yeah. Did they even get one against LA?
No, they got
swept. Yeah, they got swept.
They got swept by LA.
Nowhere.
The New Jersey Nets. I still call them New Jersey Nets.
Me too.
They're always going to be the New Jersey Nets.
They're always going to be New Jersey to me, too.
I'm
sure about this Brooklyn thing. They always go to New Jersey to me.
Listen, I tell people that all the time, especially, you get down here in Virginia and you tell people that you're from Brooklyn, but everybody sees me wearing Knick gear everywhere I go. And they're like, well, ain't you from Brooklyn? Yeah. There's only one New York team.
Yeah, we don't have any history. We don't have any history with that team. I tell Brooklyn Net fans, like, what history do you have this team other than the name? You have no history. You have no ups and downs. You have not been through any trial and tribulation with this team. Your team don't even have a franchise. Your franchise leader scorer is playing on Milwaukee right now. It's Brook Lopez. He's the leading scorer. He's still playing, and he's playing on a different team. He's your leading scorer. He's your franchise leading scorer. So what does that tell you?
It tells you
have
that
no identity.
There's no identity. And that's always been the problem with the Nets. The Nets have lacked identity because even in Jersey, they were always in the Knicks shadow. But I mean, I don't want to spend too much time on that.
Right.
It's a well-rounded show, so we want to stay well-rounded.
Yes.
But your predictions for the finals, which again starts Thursday night, 9 p.m. ABC for those that'll be watching. Keisha, what's your prediction for the finals?
Y'all know I'm going with Kyrie.
How many games?
I'm going with Kyrie. Y'all know I can't. Where's the game? Boston or?
The series. Boston has a home court advantage. Boston has home court by virtue of having the best record in the NBA this season. They won 64 games during the regular season.
I mean,
I'm still taking Kyrie in them, but I'm gonna let you go first.
I'm still taking Kyrie in them. I've seen how Boston has been playing out, and I feel like they. Once again, we're getting back to what we were saying before. It's Jalen's team, and I just don't know how. I just need to see what Tatum is going to do because he's disappearing. He disappears. I just want to know. And not only that, this is a team that's going to cause some pressure. What other team has made them have played that caused them to play this hard? And I just feel like Luka and them's going to give them the run for their money. And I just want to see how they're going to show up at that game. I don't know. I don't know. They had it easy this year. People look at me crazy, but I always tell people they had it easy this year. It is what it is. But now you got Kyrie and Luka, and I just want to see how they're going to go. This is
the first completely healthy team that they're facing.
Seriously.
This is the first completely healthy team that they're facing in the playoffs.
They may surprise us, but I'm going with Kyrie and Luka. I'm going with Mavs.
And how many games?
We're going to go 6.
Dallas in 6? Okay. J-Mac?
Yeah, I agree with Keisha. I think I'm going with Dallas. And I also agree that it's going to be in 6. Boston will get 2 games, but I don't see it going 7.
No.
I don't see it going 7 games. I see... PJ Washington, he's been a beast since coming over from Washington. They got the 6th man of the year. He's been playing lights out. I mean, they're just very long. Dallas is very long. That's That's the thing. And see, Boston has always in these last series they've been able to they've had the advantage with the length. They're not going to have the advantage in this series with the length of Dallas. I think the length of Dallas bothers them. I think Derek White is going to struggle because Derek White has been a great safety valve for them. I think Derek White is going to struggle in this series. First of all, he's going to expend a lot of energy trying to stay with Kyrie Irving because they're gonna put him 1-on-1. And the minute you double, you're gonna leave Luka open. So I think it's gonna be Dallas in 6. And I give the coaching advantage to Dallas.
Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd. I give Jason Kidd is going to outcoach Missoula. I'll take Jason Kidd over Missoula every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
Most
definitely.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I believe that it's going to be Dallas, and it may even be Dallas in 5. Who knows? But the safe choice. I'm gonna agree with Keisha and say Dallas in 6.
I'm actually picking Dallas in 5.
Okay.
I'm actually picking Dallas in 5 because I for all those reasons that you guys said, y'all are being nice because Boston, has the home court advantage, but I just don't see Dallas taking their foot off the gas during this series, and defensively they're better. And I agree that length is going to be a huge thing. Even if Porzingis is back, he's got to deal with Derek Lively. He's got to deal with Daniel Gafford. Who
Derek Lively is a problem on the boards, though.
Yeah,
he's a problem.
He's a light-skinned Mitch.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He is a light-skinned Mitchell Robinson.
He's a beast on them boards.
So Boston's not a good rebounding team. Porzingis has never been a great rebounding big. And essentially Boston's playing with 4 guards and Porzingis.
Porzingis has to come back and get back in the groove. He's been sitting since game 2?
Game 2
of the first round.
Of the first round.
The first round.
So you want him to come back in the finals and play at a high level. Honestly, if I'm Boston, I don't even bring him back.
I would never.
It doesn't make sense to try to bring him back in the finals. To me, that makes no sense. It's not like he missed maybe 2 games of the conference finals. Yeah, but he's still kind of in rhythm. He's been out for a month.
But they have no choice. They got to match that length somehow. That's why they really, if you look at it, Bishop, they really have no choice but to bring, because if not, they really not gonna have a chance if he's not out there along with the old guy. What's his name?
He's talking about
Horford. Yeah,
Horford.
Horford going to get killed by himself out there on the glass. They gotta try. And me personally, I'm with you. I think he's going to risk being hurt again. I think that's what's going to happen.
He is. It's going to happen. So for me, I feel like you bring him out there, but I feel like he's really not out there because it's like he's going to wind up getting hurt again. So then what are you going to do then? You're not going to be able to use him the way that you would want to. So bring him out, but he's still not there.
And Dallas can match them defensively. That's the key.
Yes.
See, Dallas can match them. See, the Pacers couldn't match them defensively. The Heat couldn't match them defensively.
Everybody was hurt.
Yeah, he couldn't match them. But Dallas can match them body for body.
Right. This is the first team that Boston's playing where everybody's healthy.
I'm telling you.
That's going to be an issue for them. Sam Jennings said Kyrie's on the revenge tour. He's on that Liv Morgan revenge tour.
Didn't I tell you about that Liv Morgan revenge tour?
Yeah, we got to get into that. We got to get into that. Yes.
Bishop, didn't I post that on my page? I said Kyrie is out here. He's going for everybody's head.
He's taking names. He's pulling out the receipts.
He absolutely is. And listen, I love it. I want to see Kyrie win this one without LeBron. I want to see him go out and do it as the true leader of the team. I want to see it happen. I want to see that for Kyrie. Willie Green said no Porzingis. They're gonna get. I agree. I think we all agree with that, Willie.
They getting bodied.
If Porzingis can't go, they are gonna get crushed.
And like Keisha said, if he goes and he's not 100%,
they're gonna get crushed.
He's gonna be gingerly and precaution. He's gonna play apprehensive. He's not gonna go full tilt.
Nope.
He's not. So it's like he said, it's gonna be like him not really being out there.
Yeah.
Because he's gotta go in there and bang with them boys. See, that's the thing. He can't just be out there. They gonna test him.
Absolutely. They're
And
gonna
I would test him if it was me.
and you
Me
know
too.
Kyrie and Luka going right at him. Kyrie
Me
and Luka
too.
going right at him. They're absolutely
Just
going
because-
right at him because that's
Just
just
because
and you know
I know
Jason.
that you on the court, I know that you on the court, and I know that you can't ball like you can. I'm going at you. It's
Yeah.
over.
And you know that if he's out there, Jason Kidd is going to tell them attack him
Facts.
until he can do something about it.
And
Facts.
Porzingis is not that tough. I mean, everybody act like Porzingis got all this toughness all of a sudden.
He's not
I'm like,
tough at
when
all.
did this happen? This guy ain't never been. I'm like, they're like he's the savior. I'm like, Porzingis has never been a tough, grizzled, chisel player like that.
No,
He's always been out on the perimeter.
Yeah, Porzingis is a perimeter 5. He is the new NBA. Porzingis is a perimeter 5. Willie Green said Cornette gonna get a lot of minutes. Listen, if Luke Cornette is the backup center, they're in trouble. Kyrie, I think Kyrie's going for MVP as well. And listen, unless Luka just scores out of his mind every game, I think he's gonna get it.
Well,
Absolutely.
see, Luka's averaging that triple dub. That's what's might get it because he's doing that. He's flirting with a triple double every game. That's the thing about Luka, man. This guy's flirting every game. This guy's flirting with a triple double, and
He's filling the stat sheets.
And he's flirting with a 30-piece triple double. See, that's the thing. This ain't no 10, 10, and 10 triple double.
Nah, he putting up them Jokic triple doubles.
Yeah,
He
he's
really
putting up
is.
a 30-piece triple double.
He really
that's
is.
the thing. He's putting up and he's shooting efficiently.
Yes.
He's definitely being the clutch at the right time for them,
Listen, Luka's a problem.
and he ain't missing.
Luka's a problem.
Listen, when he came to training camp and lost weight this year, this is the best shape he's been in.
He's still
since he's
fat,
been in the NBA.
but that's true. That's very true.
That's still sad.
He's still chunky, but he lost weight coming into this year.
But you know, it's so funny because the last game I posted, I said, "Is Luka all right? Is everything okay?" Now it makes sense because he was running down the court like as if he was out of breath. Like he was just.
Oh yeah,
like,
he was
"Wait,
tired. I
give
mean,
me some time."
you got to remember, this is the deepest Luka's ever played into a season.
And the most minutes he's ever played in a season.
Yeah.
He's playing a lot of minutes. That's why it was a dumb narrative about the minutes for the Knicks, because if you look at Kyrie and Luka, they're barely off the floor. They're barely off the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's true. I mean, if you look at box scores, even from the conference finals, guys, the only person that was playing more than 8 guys was Rick Carlisle, and that's because that's the nature of his team. They have to run 10 deep because of the style of play that they have. Because otherwise, you can't run 8 guys at that pace. You can't. At the pace that the Pacers play at, you can't only run 7, 8 guys out there. That's not going to work. Anthony West said, "Hey, good series ahead, Celtics in 7." And I love you, bro, but
What?
Uh-oh. Don't go up to him in church and slap him. Don't you do it. Because I know y'all go to the same church. Don't you do it.
You better not be
Don't you
at
do
church
it.
on Sunday.
Don't you
You
do it.
better not be at church on Sunday. You.
He gonna be wearing green.
No, Ant is a Knicks fan. He is not. This is how he really
I'm
feels.
surprised that he would even say that, him being a Knicks fan, to be honest.
I'm not even saying it because I'm a Knicks fan.
I just think Dallas is better. I think Dallas is better.
Based on basketball, and again, I like Jason Kidd as a coach.
Yeah.
But Zula does not impress me with adjustments.
No, if Ime Udoka was coaching this Boston team, I would give them a shot.
Yes. If
I'm not too fond of him as a coach either.
No, he's a fan. No, that sounds personal. Taking his personal choices out of the narrative, because we all agree what he did was stupid.
Very.
Personally. But Ime Udoka is an excellent basketball mind.
Listen, the whole story is something out of what's the old books that your mother, your sisters used to read, Harlequin. It was something
the Harlequin
out of that.
novels, yeah. The Harlequin
it was
novels.
something out of there, man. I mean, you messing with an exec's wife, and she's and they're Mormons. You can't make it up.
You
can't make that up.
You can't make it up. You have an affair with a woman who's a Mormon. I don't mean to laugh, but it's just It's just funny.
Now, this is a great take, Willie. Said for the Celtics to have a chance, they have to match Dallas energy every game. Tatum must average 30, and Brown must dominate his matchup, which is P.J. Washington. And you know what, Willie? I don't think he can dominate P.J. Washington. P.J. Washington is too good of a defender. He's going to give either one of them fits, and both at times. They're going to have fits. And again, I don't think Derek White or Drew Holiday will have to slow down either Kyrie or Luka, which quite honestly, the way Luka's playing, nobody's slowing Luka down right now. Nobody's slowing Luka.
Luka can get his shot anytime he wants, just like Kyrie. See, that's the thing about both of them. They can get their shot anytime. From any place on the floor.
Yep.
That's the way Luka is playing right now. And we already know Kyrie can just dominate. He can just move you to where he wants to make the shot. He can make a difficult shot. He don't have to get an easy shot.
That's true.
Luka, the step back is pure.
Yeah.
He's shooting over the top of what you. He's shooting over the top of any one of them, whether it be Derek White or what's his name?
Drew Holiday.
He's going to shoot right over Drew Holiday. He's got the height advantage over both of them.
Both of them. Drew plays big. I will give Drew that. Drew can play big because I've seen Drew guard fours and do it well. So
yeah, but we talking about Luka, who's his step back is unstoppable, man.
It is. Drew's strength is literally his strength. Like Drew is a very strong guy in the post. So him trying to stay with Luka, I think you're gonna see Drew Holiday in foul trouble.
Yes.
Foul trouble. Energy is not gonna be there. There's no way.
I think.
And you can't double you. If you double one of them, the other one getting off. It's simple as that. You can't even double those guys.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Willie
They're
said
gonna have to stay at home and just hope they miss.
Willie Green says Missoula is still coaching from Udoka's playbook. Real talk. I believe that, but he's not the motivator Udoka is, nor can he make the adjustments Udoka makes in game. And that's what it's really about. Because, I mean, even as Knicks fans, one of the biggest knocks that we have is Tibbs is a great game planner. His problem was in making in-game adjustments. That's what we felt like he drove us crazy. The lack of in-game adjustments. Now, Missoula has the same problem. He doesn't make in-game adjustments. He relies on his players who are uber talented to bail him out. But if Tatum's not hot, if Brown is not hot, if Porzingis is not hot, they're not going to be able to bail him out. And this was a good season for them. Derek White shot. First of all, and I said it all season long, and I want to go on record as saying I said it early in the season. I said Derek White is coming back to earth. Because you remember most of the season he shot at this ridiculous three-point shooting clip, and we were like, there's no way that's sustainable. Derek White has not been that for his career, so he's not going to continue this.
He did it in the Miami series, too.
And that was it.
After that second game when he couldn't miss. Mm-hmm. That was it for him. He has not shot the same since. I think he's averaging like 10 points a game now.
Let me start some trouble real quick. I'm coming back to y'all other comments.
I know he's about to start.
Keisha, this comment's for you.
I know, because you know what? Because he's here, because he's here to talk about the women's NBA, and he want to hear what I got to say.
We're gonna actually pivot to that. We're gonna pivot to that in just a moment.
You want to hear what I gotta say because you know who his girl is and who's not my girl. But we're
gonna absolutely pivot to that. Let me finish up these comments from our guest here. Willie Green said, "I do agree though. It's going 7. Offense on both sides are perfect and explosive." Listen, I still think Dallas wins in 5, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was a long series. It would not surprise me. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all. So I can agree with that. I think Dallas can win, Anthony says, especially without Porzingis. But the Celtics have a complete five that start along with role players. Dallas has their 2 start. Anthony, you haven't been watching Dallas. That's a complete starting 5 over there, especially once they add a PJ Washington.
They made at the trade deadline.
Yeah, Dallas is deep.
Why?
Dallas is very deep.
They got a whole squad. A whole squad.
That team is. Listen, man. That team. I listen. I think this Dallas team is better than their championship team. I really do.
No, I agree with you. Talent
I can
wise,
see that.
absolutely. Talent wise,
Yeah.
I
I
absolutely
think
agree with you.
talent wise, this team is better than the team that beat the Heat in 2013. I mean,
Absolutely. Because
you
that
know,
was Porzingis. That was
Dirk.
that was Dirk and a bunch of role players.
and
It was
JJ Barea and Jason Kidd and what
Jason
was the
Kidd at the end of his career, Tyson Chandler, who was
Tyson
just
Chandler.
rounding into form, and it was just really a bunch of role players. Willie said Holiday got to have an out of body experience. Yeah, he's
That's
gonna
what
have
he
to play
said.
out of his world.
And I don't and Willie, I don't think that's happening, brother. Not against Kyrie or Luka. He's
Definitely
not
not
going to
against
have it
Kyrie.
out of bodies.
Not against Kyrie for sure.
No, or Luka. He can't.
Nah.
If he plays, Luka's going to shoot over the top.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to shoot over the. He doesn't even have to get to the rim on him. He's going to shoot over the top.
And
True.
he's gonna make it.
And if they double him, he's going to kick it to the corner three for PJ Washington and knock down the corner three. PJ Washington is sitting there waiting
to make that corner three.
That's it.
Willie says the narratives in the series is box office. Nobody spoke on Porzingis going back to Dallas for revenge. It's not just about Kyrie. Let's look at both sides. It's good
Yeah,
for
they
the league.
mentioned
It's
it.
good for
They
TV.
mentioned it.
I don't really look at
I
it as
didn't hear about
revenge
it.
though for Porzingis. I don't really look at it that
Yeah,
way.
because he went to Washington and then went to Boston.
Yeah,
It was a while.
it's-
He was in
it's-
Washington for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was in Washington for a good. That's how Daniel Gafford and him know each other well.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting. This one's for you again, Keisha. Dre
I
says,
know.
she's not a real ball fan. Her take is contaminated with hate. Yo,
Talking about her girl Angel. That's what he talking about.
by his
He
girl
don't like
Angel,
that Angel Reese.
she don't like Angel Reese at all. But we're gonna talk
get
about
there.
we're
But
gonna-
you don't
we're
know,
gonna get there.
Dre, I don't even comment. I just be sitting back laughing. You do
Listen,
not like that Angel Reese, boy.
every time we touch on her, I be like, I know Bishop over there just like, whatever, Keisha, got something?
I be laughing. Because I know you don't like that Angel.
I can't.
And this is true, Dre. I agree. Dallas is deep, and Tim Hardaway Jr. has barely played.
He's barely played.
He don't
He's
need
barely gotten off the bench because they've been playing Luka and Kyrie all of those minutes. They haven't needed them.
But that just goes to show you how deep Dallas is. Like Tim Hardaway Jr. is let's just call it. He's a starter in this league, and he's barely getting off the bench for Dallas. That's how deep they are. That's how deep that team is. He's
Look at
barely.
Lively, PJ Washington. Them dudes came in and they meshed right. They meshed.
Yeah,
at
if
the right
Porzingis
time.
is not right, Derek Lively is gonna go bananas. I agree.
Yeah.
Willie thinks
Absolutely.
2011 is better. He disagrees with you, Bishop J.
Nah, they not better. They were more scrappy, but to
Talent,
me,
yeah, I
this
think
team
from
is
a-
the more complete team.
This is a more complete team. That 2011 team played well together. Everybody knew their role, and they played within that. I think
This is
this
a
JJ
team.
better
Barea killed Miami.
He
Everybody don't listen. Even D Wade said it. JJ Barea was the one that killed them boys. He
Mhm.
got right in the middle of that zone. He just killed them from the foul line the whole series. They couldn't stop JJ Barea.
Right, Sam. Lucas shot over Rudy Gobert with no
I was
problem.
gonna
He sure
say
did.
that. I was gonna say that. He did. Plenty
Sure
of
did.
That's
times.
why I say he's going to shoot over the
Plenty
top.
of times. He did.
He's going to shoot over Drew Holiday. It's not going to be a problem. He's going to shoot over that guy.
Dre said you on here to do the devil's work, Keisha.
I come in peace. I come in peace.
That's
Okay.
what you say
All
now.
right,
We ain't get to the W yet. When we get to the W, we're going to see how much peace you got.
So let's pivot. And in the pivot, I want to play something that Keisha sent me earlier today. And this is a good segue. Just to set it up properly, I'm not going to play the first clip that started it all from yesterday when Monica McNutt eviscerated Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, yes. Please, I want to comment. Yes.
So
He
I'm not
made
going to
him
play that
cry.
clip. I'm not going to play that clip.
We
Stephen
can
A.
reference it, though.
We could absolutely reference it.
We could do that.
Stephen A. responded for 35 minutes on his own personal podcast.
This guy, I listened. I said, God, somebody was butthurt.
Yo, I
He
said,
was
oh,
so salty. salty.
I said to Keisha, I said, look who's crying.
He started going off about everything but what Monica McNutt said. I'm gonna get into it.
We're gonna
Because
get
he
into
didn't even
that.
touch. He barely touched what she said.
But he said something today on First Take that I thought was important, and it's an important part of the narrative that is in the middle of this whole Caitlin Clark thing. And I believe that until this part of it is dealt with, we're going to continue to have this issue, and it's going to hurt the W. But let's take a listen.
Everybody said is wrong. And in at least a couple of instances, I think Shannon alluded to where I'm about to go. I'm a bit more direct with it. I just want to let the audience know that I'm going to stand alone on what I'm about to say. I don't want anybody else to be held accountable for where I'm about to go. But I'm going to go there because it's First Take, and that's what we do on this show, even if it's just me. Caitlin Clark and everything that everybody is saying is fine, and we're looking at Angel Reese and what Angel Reese has said, and Angel Reese is absolutely right. I love Angel Reese. I'm a fan. And I think she's going to be a damn good player, and she's going to produce for a long time in the WNBA. She was a national champion. She deserves all the props and all the credit in the world. But let's keep in mind, it wasn't her game that was getting all the notoriety, despite the fact that she was a pretty damn good player. It was the fact that she was waving in Caitlin Clark's face. Because Caitlin Clark had been doing that to the competition before she ran into LSU. In that NCAA tournament, and LSU took them out. And so what happens is she was throwing it right back in her face. And you had people saying, oh my God, how could she do such a thing? How could she do such a thing? And they didn't say the same thing about Caitlin Clark, which is why I'm gonna go where I'm going, okay? Let me see everybody up on the screen when I say this, please. Caitlin Clark is white. And because she's white, and because she's considered box office and she's a star who happens to be white, that is why Eminem, when I brought up words like envy or jealous or resentment, whatever word you wanted to pick, I didn't say it in a negative fashion like, oh my God, it's a problem. I used the word justified. You know why? Because black people throughout this country for years have felt that level of ire because we know we've got to be twice as good to get half as much. We know we've got to extend ourselves. We know we've got to put ourselves on Front Street to have a shot at getting half. Pick a profession. Pick a name. Ask yourself, pick the biggest star. Pick the biggest star in podcasts. Pick the biggest star in television. Pick the biggest star in sports or whatever. That's black. And ask yourself the question that we all ask. If they were white, what would they be? How much money would we get paid if we were white? How much success would we reap if we were white? How much endorsements would we get? How receptive would America be to us? Because it's still 60% of the population. And even in the year 2024, when the white populace in this country is dipped from 90 to 85 to 80 to 70 to now 60% and dipping, okay, even now, you have a situation where you get somebody who happens to be white and they're a star and they deserve the acclaim. They receive something we know we wouldn't receive on that level. Why do you think I say on national television, when white folks catch a cold, black folks catch pneumonia? Because it's always worse for us. There's always an extra challenge. We always have to go through more. It's not a secret. We get it. And so all I'm trying to say to you is when Angel Reese said what she said, let's read between the lines. Because what she's really saying is that this is really not a big deal. We're making it a big deal because of what I did and who I did it to. If it was another sister that I did it towards, it wouldn't have been a problem. But because my black self did that to the golden goose, who happens to be white, it blew up. I've reaped some benefits from it, and I'll take that. But in the end, we know what it is. She is saying and articulating and being symptomatic of things that we have been going through as a community for decades, if not centuries. And the sad part is that in the year 2024, this is further evidence we still going through it. Because in the end, like you said, Eminem, like you said, Janae, like I know you know, Shay Shay, if we weren't talking about Caitlin Clark, but we were talking about this happening with a sister, guess what? We wouldn't have been talking about it at all. It wouldn't have been a story. The golden goose was touched. And all I'm saying is, I know this. Y'all know this. I'm just saying, rather than resent it to the point where it's an impediment to our elevation and success, let's exploit it and reap the benefits from it. Because that's what they do.
A lot there to unpack from Stephen A. Smith. I'm just going to sit back. Y'all go ahead.
Nope. Go ahead, Bishop.
First of all, I want to say bravo to Stephen A. Normally we kill him. You know, we kill him when he's wrong and when he's off. Bravo to Stephen A. Smith. He put it in perspective. I didn't get a chance. I was trying to play it today, but for some reason, it kept rewinding back to the beginning, so I never got a chance to hear the whole thing. So this is my first time being able to hear the whole thing of what Stephen A. said today. I listen. I agree with him 1,000%. If it would have been a black player knocking over another black player, it wouldn't even be a story. They showed a clip earlier today when Candace Parker was a rookie. They showed that today. That never even made the news. I didn't even know the girl got knocked over. The lady got knocked over in her rookie season.
Sure
I didn't know
did.
and a fight broke out. I didn't even know it.
Lisa Leslie got pushed on the floor.
Yes.
Who was the WNBA Golden Goose at that time?
But to be fair, Taurasi said this was going to happen.
She did. Diana Taurasi did say
She
it was going to happen.
said it.
She did. She absolutely did.
Diana, she said it. She called it. She gave forewarning. So I don't understand. I really don't get it. We talked about this, Keisha. The girl, we said it.
Check your text, Rumble.
The lady said this. She said it. She called it before the season started. She gave everybody forewarning. That's why you ain't heard a word out of Taurasi during this whole thing. You ain't heard nothing. Why? Because she spoke before the season started, and she's just sitting back like this. She's a grizzled veteran. She told y'all what the deal was going to be.
Listen, the WNBA is 24 years old. Diana Taurasi's in her 16th season. That tells you.
41. She's 41.
Listen, I heard Kelsey Plum talk about how Diana Taurasi knocked her on her butt when she got an offensive board.
It's a rite of passage.
We talking about Kelsey Plum.
Right.
We're not talking about no scrub. We talking about Kelsey Plum. Cut up, muscular, point guard star on the Aces.
Yep.
She said Diana Taurasi knocked her down on her behind and walked away and didn't help her up. So
Absolutely.
why are we making this big deal?
For this discussion, we welcome in Dre Rumble.
Why are we making this big? What's up, Dre Rumble? Why are we making this big deal about this girl going through hard screens and knocked over and her teammates are not helping her? Listen, when it happened to the guys, when somebody run through a hard screen, I mean, once or twice, nobody gonna say nothing. During the playoffs, the Knicks did it because they felt like Turner was being dirty with the screens. And we already said he was laying out moving screens every time he did a screen. He was moving.
But at the same time, Jalen Brunson was in the process of establishing himself as an NBA star who is in his 5th season. We're not talking about the rookie rite of passage.
Right.
Because go back and watch those when Jordan got hit by the Pistons in that first couple of years. Nobody helped Jordan.
But even before that, when he came into the league,
That's
he
what I'm
was
saying.
averaging 28. They was knocking Jordan
They
on
were
his behind.
knocking him on it, and nobody was picking him up.
And it wasn't just the Pistons. That's what
It was the
everybody
league.
said. It was the league. The league was knocking him down. That's why Oakley had to be when Oakley was on the Bulls.
Mhm.
Oakley was his enforcer because they was knocking him down.
I
The
need
other
somebody to
thing
cut
is,
me a check. I need somebody to cut me a check because nobody don't want to listen to me.
the other point I want to make is before I turn it over to Keisha, the other point I want to make is, and I said it before, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm like Stephen A., I'm going to stand on it, and I know nobody going to go with me, but hey, I'll stand on it. It's also the fact, not only that it's Caitlin Clark, but I said this before, Keisha, you know I said it.
I'm going to say it with you.
Because she is straight, and she is representing the league
We
the way
talked
they
about that
want.
last week. Yep, we talked about that last week.
She's straight. She has a boyfriend. She has a boyfriend.
A whole dude.
She got a dude. She ain't got no girlfriend. She's homegrown, wholesome, changing the face of the league. That's why Angel is saying what she said. I'm adding on to what Stephen A. said. What she's saying is, hey, I'm straight too. That's why they got me dressed. Why do you think she did? Come on. Homegirl did a fashion runway model turn on her way into the arena before she played. Did y'all see that?
On her TikTok, on game day, she does a get ready with me for game day.
You think the league ain't pushing her to do that?
It's getting 1 million views every day because everybody wants to see what Angel's wearing to the game.
You think the league ain't promoting her to do this?
Y'all see what Camila Cardoza is wearing to the game. It's like,
listen, Bishop D'Lo, Keisha, when she on draft night, did you see what she was wearing?
It was beautiful.
All of them.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Mostly
Absolutely
all
gorgeous.
of them.
Absolutely
all
gorgeous.
of them.
The league is changing their face. They did it the gay way before. They're not doing it like that no more. It's done. They're not saying you can't be like this.
Absolutely,
What they're saying is it's not going to be what we promote. We promoted that for 27 years. We making a pivot.
We're done. We're done
Yes.
with it. We're done with it. And that is exactly what I was saying before. When I mentioned about how Bishop was just talking about Michael Jordan. I said Michael Jordan went through the same thing. Now Caitlin Clark is here. What is the issue? I want to know what is the freaking issue. But here's my thing.
God, what are they going to do to Juju in 3 years?
Because she's going to be a beast. I'm sorry. But
Taraji will be out the league by then, so she'll be on the sideline like Sue Bird.
But Kennedy Carter's still going to be in the league.
Yeah.
Sabrina Ionescu is going to still be in the league. Brianna Stewart going to still be in the league.
Juju ain't tripping off of that, though. I can tell you that.
I don't think she is. No, I don't. She has the right kind of energy, much in the way that Angel does. I know you don't want to hear that, but she has Angel has the right energy as well. It's like, okay, I understand what I signed up for. It's part of the game. Like, we're gonna deal with it. It is what it is.
But here's my thing, though. My thing is that for me, because I'm a ball player.
Yeah, Juju's gonna be Jordan.
She is definitely a Jordan. Because I'm a ball player, and because I know how it is on the court, right? You can trash talk all you want to. We already know how aggressive it can be. I already told you, I shared in the last time that we talked about it. Some girls, how they can be or whatever the case can be. So it doesn't matter. So I understand how it can be on the court. But here's my thing. This is just me. I know for a fact, if somebody like a Carter comes up to me and push me like that, I'm telling y'all right now, we're going on the court, it's over. But I'm not gonna respond in the way that some of the other girls have been responding, though.
For context, the Kennedy Carter situation, everybody focused on the hip check that she gave Caitlin Clark. But they're not watching, because I watched the 2 plays that led up to the hip check.
I did too. But here's my
and Caitlin Clark is not innocent.
No,
she breaks her on one of those rebounds.
No, she did. I'm trying to tell y'all from the angle that I watched, and Bishop, I sent it to you, bro. I sent it to you. From the angle that I seen, she really honestly did not swing at that girl purposely. She literally didn't. And that's what I was talking about. That's just my opinion. But that's what I was talking about with Shannon that I understood and that I agreed to. He's saying, okay, You see what Caitlin Clark did? Okay, we got it. We understand. But there's no play being made, so you just gonna go over there and just hit the girl and just like that girl got in her feelings. You know why she got in her feelings? She got in her feelings because Caitlin Clark stole the ball from her. And when she stole the ball from her, that girl tried really hard to get that ball back from Caitlin Clark, and she didn't. And then when she came down to the court, if you notice, she didn't guard her for the whole entire game until that very moment. When she got on to Caitlin Clark, it was like, come on, all right, you want to steal the ball from me? Now it's like a one-on-one type of situation.
That was a frustration foul. You see it in the men's game all the time.
But allegedly, they said that Caitlin Clark called her a B.
So when you see them on the sideline, when I seen the clip, when you see them on the side over there by the on top of the key, you could see them. They was talking junk to each other. They literally was talking junk back and forth to each other. But I just feel like there was a lot of emotions from that, whatever the case may be. Nonetheless, I just feel like it is what it is. It's gonna happen. But this is the issue that I have. Okay? Rumble may not like me. I don't care. We here for this, okay? I don't care. All right? Everybody
energy strong tonight, all right?
I don't care. This is the issue that I have, right? So after that whole situation went down, y'all didn't peep how Angel did a swing on Clark out of nowhere though. Y'all didn't peep how Angel just went. I just don't want Angel to go with the hype. I don't want her to be that black girl that wants to go with the hype and have all these other girls pulling her into something that's not real. It's not you okay, you trying to be aggressive, but you wasn't aggressive like that towards Thomas. You didn't get that same energy towards Thomas.
Yeah,
so,
when she closed line,
you did not get that same energy towards Thomas. So now all of a sudden, when Clark is here, you know Clark is not going to do nothing. So now when Clark is here, you want to talk about and get on the line talking about, oh yeah, no, let me finish. You want to get up there and you want to sit there and talking about I'm protecting my teammate. I'm doing this for my teammate. I want you to keep that same energy every single time when somebody is doing that every single time. Because when she fell to the ground, what did she do?
Keisha.
When Thomas hit her, what she do?
Keisha, you sound crazy.
No.
You sound crazy because you're nitpicking. You're nitpicking, and your argument is very invalid. Number one, Angel Reese has always had the same energy. This is why she was the type of player that she was in LSU.
She had the same energy towards people she can do it to. She didn't have the energy towards anybody else.
I let you talk and I let you rant about nothing. You just sat here and ranted about nothing. And we're all
this is the best preaching
for
you ever
sitting
did.
here listening to this nonsense that she was just spewing for the past 5 minutes.
Y'all like, share, tag, and comment.
So
Go ahead, Dre.
what I'm saying is that number one, Angel Reese is equivalent to what Lex Luthor was to Superman. In every hero story, there has to be a villain. But the wrong person is the villain. If it wasn't for Angel Reese, who heard of Caitlin Clark? I'll wait.
I did.
You're a lot, Keisha.
I did.
Lying.
I did.
Keisha,
so here's my thing.
Keisha,
So people, you automatically think and let me just say this: I'm not taking away from the fact that girl can ball. I know she can ball. I'm not taking away from that. But what you trying to tell me that Angel Reese didn't hear about Caitlin Clark unless it was Angel? You freaking crazy. You crazy.
First of all,
you crazy if you think that.
This goes back to, I don't know if it was Bishop J or Bishop D. Somebody said that nobody was checking for Caitlin Clark until this.
But
and
see,
then
No. We said nobody was checking for Angel until she did this.
That's not true. That's honestly.
That's what Stephen A. said that. Stephen A. said that.
Well, he's lying. everybody was talking about Angel Reese. And the reason why, now you had the newfound fans, and then of course you had the other persuasion that made her become more of a pop icon because, like Stephen A said, you know, you have this black girl doing this in a white girl's face. Now, mind you, if again Angel would have did that to what's the girl that's drafted with her, Camilla
Cardozo.
Nobody would have cared. It would have. My whole issue with this whole Caitlin Clark thing is people are just acting like, and I've been a fan. I was at the first Liberty home game in 1997.
Me too.
When the WNBA started.
Yes.
So
I was at the finals that year against Houston too.
Against Houston, right.
Hey,
So,
listen, Rebecca Lobo,
right. You had Lobo, you had Kim, you had like the Liberty had a squad that first
Kim Hampton,
year.
T.
Kim
Stone.
Hampton, right? Exactly. Like
That was a team.
Teresa Weatherspoon. Like the Liberty had a squad.
Becky Hammond.
I'm bothered by these new fans who are now feeling like they entitled to feel like this is the way the game is supposed to go. And like my brothers who preceded me pointed out, this has been happening. Yeah. Lisa Leslie used to get worn out
when she came in the league
on
absolutely.
a nightly basis. Rebecca Lobo
I was going to
get worn.
I was going to say Rebecca Lobo down there in the post. I was going to say that day got killed.
Cheryl Swoops. Tina Thompson.
Tina Thompson. What's the other little one that died of cancer? Kim Peratt?
Yeah.
They used to destroy her. When Sabrina, I always get her last name confused. Ionescu, whatever. Ionescu. When she got drafted because they were touting her as the next Kobe Bryant.
Yep. Listen. Back in the walk with the listen, even the Mystics with Shamiqua Holdsclaw.
Shamiqua Holdsclaw quit after 2 seasons. She quit.
That lady was getting beat down, man.
Shamiqua
That's what I'm saying. I've been following the W. I've been following the W. I've been a fan.
Did Shamiqua Holdsclaw shoot her girlfriend?
Wait, you said that? What? Wait, Pastor Davey said that?
Nah, she's married to her girlfriend.
She married her girlfriend. She didn't shoot her. But I want to get Davey. I want to get Davey in here. He came after Bible study, so I want him to get his point out. Dave, go ahead.
I said this maybe 2 years ago that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark would do for the WNBA what Magic and Bird did for the NBA in '79.
You are 100% correct, bro.
You did say that.
100% correct.
You did.
100%
if they come in, and at first, because that was a college rivalry that transferred up to the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And at first, Bird could not stand Magic.
Yep.
Wouldn't speak to him. They were butting heads. But then the NBA took a jump. They did a commercial together.
Converse.
And they took a jump, and the NBA, this is before Jordan came and took it to the level they went to.
Yeah.
The NBA was in the pits. They said they ain't nothing but a bunch of thugs fighting, and
drug addicts. Everybody was on their nose candy. Everybody was on the nose candy.
Mm-hmm. They wasn't even showing live games. They were on tape delay.
And Magic and Bird changed that. Of course, it's that race element. It's the black versus white. So Angel Reese is balling, but one problem I got, I heard somebody say, "Oh, they only pushing Caitlin because she's white." That girl is balling.
I disagree. Davey, I respect a lot of your takes, even as you being a Knicks fan.
Whoa. This is not a Knicks show tonight.
You don't say too many things that's far-fetched when it comes to ball. You know your ball, but I gotta disagree with you there.
You don't think
disagree with you there? She is not balling. I'm sorry. I don't. The height.
Well, who got rookie of the month? Who got rookie of the month in the
US
WNBA?
But why
USA
though, bro?
released their
Let's be honest. Why?
USA
Because she
released
averages 17 points a game.
Bro, she's had more bad games than good. Look at her efficiency.
They showed her shooting percentage is way down.
Look
She's
at
averaging
her
like
efficiency.
15.1.
Look at her turnover
15.1 a
rate.
game. Yeah.
Look at her
They did.
turnover rates.
And
She
she's a
is
rookie.
not an efficient baller, bro.
She's averaging 5 turnovers a game right now.
Well, I tell you one thing, Carter that pushed her percentage wasn't the best either.
Well, she's a journeywoman. She's been all over.
Especially at that game.
She's been kicked off of teams.
That's what I'm saying. She's been all
Wait,
over.
you talking about the chick from the Aces? But all right, so Davey, let me ask you this. Where career-wise, where do you see Caitlin Clark in the next 5 years? Honestly.
In the WNBA,
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I see her still at the top. I see her at the top. I see her
In 5 years?
in 5 years still being the face of the league, getting 25 a game.
Okay. And
Well-
as far as winning.
She ain't gonna win in
Winning?
Indiana.
Not on the
And that's
team
what I
that
was
she's
about to
on.
say. It's
She ain't winning in
Indiana.
Indiana.
She's not gonna win there. She's
That
not
team
gonna
stuff.
win there.
And they about to fire their coach too.
Yeah,
So
that's
do
what
you
I
feel
said.
like-
I
do-
said
do
that.
you-
Didn't I say that? I said
do
that.
you
This
feel
is that
like-
they need to fire her.
Do you feel like in order to be the face of the league, should you have a winning team, or is it all about? Because I agree with something Dwayne and Keisha said earlier, and I think Bishop J said it too. I do see them moving from, okay, this is a predominantly. Let me ask you this: do you feel like more people are tuning in because it's not an all gay league now?
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And I
Yes.
feel like, because look, Caitlin Clark, she got dope college numbers coming into the league, but so
She
did
does.
Sue Bird.
I
So
agree.
did, was the girl, the other, there was a lot of white girls. Diana Taurasi, a lot of white girls, but their image was not what they wanted to keep pushing. That image was not getting it done. That's why the WNBA, one of the games they had to almost play at Boys and Girls High School. They couldn't buy nobody buy no ticket.
Not boys and girls.
They couldn't do nothing.
Can I slip in a stat real quick before we continue and actually get ready to close? Because I see a lot of back and forth about Angel and Caitlin between y'all. But firstly, we've now reached a level where the WNBA actually has rookie power rankings now.
Oh wow!
Yes, this is how the game has advanced. USA Today released their first month rookie power rankings. Angel Reese is number 1. Caitlin Clark is number 2. Cameron Brink from the Sparks is number 3. Kate Martin from the Aces is number 4. And Rakia Jackson is currently number 5.
And what is this based on, Dwayne?
These rankings, according to USA Today, are based on the individual stats and win shares for their team, which we know we lost Davey briefly. Hopefully he'll be right back.
And who's number 1?
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese.
Oh, all right.
Angel Reese.
You hear
For
that,
right
Keisha?
now. For right
Okay.
now.
But again, it's not just individual stats. It's win shares,
Yeah,
which means
exactly.
this is a team that's winning games.
Exactly.
And she's contributed to the wins.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
no, most. I mean, come on.
She's almost
now.
averaging a double-double.
You know how much she's averaging in just with rebounds alone?
She's
Like-
almost averaging a double-double.
She's averaging crazy in rebounds. Let me just say this:
10.6 points per game, 8.9 rebounds per game,
I think Angel Reese is going to be great in the women's
and 2
NBA.
assists.
She's going to be phenomenal in the women's NBA. But I guess for me, as a girl who plays ball and as a black girl, I don't want her to fall into the trap of what what they are trying to pull her into be.
But she's embracing it though. She just did her last interview. She's embracing being the black hat. She's saying she's all right with
She's
it.
cool being the villain. Yep.
She says she's cool
Well, you
being the
know what?
villain.
Hey.
I know what you're saying, Keith.
You know what I'm
but she-
saying? I just
Yeah,
don't
but-
want, because she's a young girl, and you know how they do, you know how they go about with us our peoples, right? And
yeah, they say black women got attitude, and they
yeah,
always
and I don't
mean,
want her to have that type of, but if
but
she's
she's embraced. She's embraced, but
embraced
she's
it.
readily embracing it. That's
And
what I'm
she-
telling you.
And she
She's
plays for
embracing that.
and she plays for a coach that I'm sure, knowing Teresa
Oh, yeah.
Weatherspoon,
Teresa
'cause again, we follow,
Weatherspoon has been a dog.
right. She's playing for a coach that is telling her embrace it as long as we keep winning.
And look at the city she playing. Chicago has
She playing
always
in
been
Chicago.
grit,
That's great.
attitude.
The murder capital of the
You can't
world.
go to Chicago and be soft. Look, first of all,
Chirac.
right? Look at the players that Chicago has produced. Isaiah Thomas,
Mm-hmm.
Derrick Rose.
Yep.
yeah.
What's the guy that passed away? That was Benji, who was supposed to be a superstar and ended up getting killed. Like Anthony. Well, no, we're not counting Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis messed it up.
We're not counting it. We're not counting.
Don't even throw that out there.
Right.
AD
But-
messed it up. Never mind.
But just look at who the attitude. Like Isaiah was the ringleader of the freaking Bad Boys.
We said it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he-
we did.
he
Yeah, we were
said-
talking about that.
He said in numerous documentaries that's what he picked up playing in the playground in Chicago. So I mean,
Davies back.
But I mean, listen, I know me and Dre's be talking about leave my girl alone. I just,
Mark
you know,
Aguirre.
but,
Yep.
yeah, I just,
Yeah,
you know,
Dave,
but
Mark Aguirre.
I
wait, Mark
give
Aguirre is from Chicago?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. But
That's why.
I'm
That's
waiting for
why
my girl
Isaiah got him
Juju.
to come on the team. That was his boy.
That's one of his boys. Yep.
Got you. Okay.
They got rid of Adrian Dantley for him.
I remember they got rid of Dantley for him. They did.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that was Zeke boy.
Yeah,
I'm
that was
waiting
his
for
boy.
Juju.
Got him out of Dallas.
We are waiting for Juju.
Well, we got. I
Listen,
told you we
listen,
got two. She's got at
I'm
least
gonna
2 more
tell you
years
like
at
this.
USC.
I'm gonna tell you what really did it too. What's that girl that they brought back from Russia? What's her name?
Brittany Griner.
Yeah. When that Brittany Griner thing went down, that's when they decided. I'm telling you, that's when they decided to pivot. That's
First
when
of
that
all,
was like,
first
all
of
right.
all,
Yeah.
seeing him.
Yeah,
in
they
the-
was like, we can't have her being the face of the WNBA.
You know, I
Seeing him in the
I gotta
is
agree with this
amazing.
take because it was such a big deal,
yes.
and the fact that she was known as the face of the WNBA, it forced the league to kind of examine what they were promoting. Because let's be real, nobody wanted to trade to get Brittany Griner back here.
Nobody.
No.
That's why she sat in that prison for as long as she did. Because it was, I'm don't cancel us. I'm just gonna say what y'all was thinking.
Say it.
We don't care about some dyke basketball player over there that
Yeah.
looks like a dude.
That's right.
That was the
And you
mindset.
know what?
You
They
telling the
scared to say
truth?
this stuff on ESPN. They dancing around it and they tiptoeing around it. They don't want to come out and say, you know, Brittany Griner was out here playing with her shirt off.
Right. She cut off her women boobs.
Sure did.
We said that last time, Bishop McKinnon.
Trey
Remember
went
we
on
said that?
camera.
And this is, I mean, it's the
We've been
reality.
saying
I'm
that.
sorry.
We've been
But see,
saying that.
ESPN is owned by Disney, so let's just leave it there.
Right.
They're not.
I'm
they're not
surprised
gonna
Stephen
ever-
A. got away with what he did
That's
today.
That's
Right.
what I said, D. I'm like, that's why when I saw Keisha's post and I was at work and she put up about First Take and the rolling eyes. So I was like, yo, I gotta see what was said. So
Right,
when I
said,
saw
show her
what Stephen A.
pecs.
said, I was like, what?
Yeah,
Facts.
but see, he could say that, but he can't say what we just said.
Right.
He sure can.
They'll let him
That-
say
that-
that.
Oh, they will
But I
cancel
was
him
still
easy.
shocked to even because normally he tampers the lines.
Trust
But
me,
I was
he got
shocked that he
permission
actually-
before he went on the air. Trust
Right.
me.
You know he got permission. Absolutely.
Trust me.
He definitely got permission.
He says
Yeah.
that all the time. That he talks about it before he goes on the air.
Exactly.
Yeah, they get those
like
production
Davey
meetings.
said,
He has to get permission.
they're gonna tiptoe around the other issue and the other elephant in the room, and that's the fact that Caitlin Clark is an Anglo-Saxon little white girl Probably Catholic.
She's
Catholic girl.
Anglo-Saxon.
Huh?
She's Anglo-Saxon.
Shut up. Shut up.
And got
I thought
Rumble.
she was Pentecostal.
and got a nice little wholesome white boy or boyfriend.
Listen, we got about 8 minutes left.
So you got to understand, she is what they try to promote. And
But-
then you got Angel Reese, who's girly. She wears
Yeah.
lip gloss and greasing
And
out
at
her
Megan Thee
legs
Stallion concerts and all that.
and
Angel
going to the
Reese,
Met
at the
Gala.
Met
Lily
Gala.
Cardoza, Rakia Jackson.
Come
Do
on.
you see what they look like going to the games?
Come
Rakia
on.
Jackson is pretty.
This is what they
Jesus.
Happening
want.
here.
Because guess what?
Jesus, what?
It attracts straight men to the game.
But
And I'm
Bishop,
attracted.
Man, and I'm
And
sorry.
I
We
am
don't want to see
attracted.
nobody shoot
That
the
part,
ball
Dre.
with boy juice. We don't
but
want to see
Bishop,
that.
we said this too though. We said that the race card was a distraction because that's not really what it's about. What
Exactly.
really
No.
is about what
It-
we're
it-
talking
it's
about
it's
right
about it's
now.
about the thing they can't
It's
say.
the thing about, but they letting this ride out because they want that, because they know if they touch on that, it's over. They
Well,
don't want to disrespect anybody, which is cool because nobody don't want to. Whatever your preferences is fine, but
race
that's
card-
that's the real issue.
The race
That's
card
it.
pushes ratings, and the
Yup.
race card is perfect right now in the
Yup.
middle of an election year.
Yup.
And the race card offends both sides.
Right.
If
Yup.
you play the card we're talking about, it only
It's only
offends
going to offend one
group.
side.
One
Yep.
side.
Yeah. But the race card, you can play it on either side of the fence.
Both
But
sides.
that other one, it ain't gonna affect none of us on here. You play that other card. The race card, you either black or you white. But you play
And
that
like
other card.
and like Davey said earlier, and I'm paraphrasing. This Angel versus Caitlin Clark is an NBA executive or an NBA marketing, whoever's over marketing. This is like
Dream.
this is like
Their
an
dream.
orgasm for them because
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like,
It's
yo,
the best thing
It's
ever.
big money.
it is.
It's big
It's
money.
the best thing ever.
The only
race
thing that would be better
crazy.
is if the Indiana Fever were actually a good basketball team.
Right,
Facts.
And
right,
they met in the playoff.
Facts.
right.
Facts.
But
Real
listen,
quick, I'm gonna leave you all
give 'em 2 to
alone.
3 years, and they're gonna be, and then you'll be talking about a playoff series. Can
Real
you
quick.
imagine how much ratings that's gonna do? How much money that's gonna garner for Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese to meet in the
playoffs?
WNBA playoff?
Let me show you what they
No.
did. What the Las Vegas Aces did. 1 week into the season, it was a girl named Diasia Fair. She looked like my
Yeah.
little brother.
Mm-hmm.
They cut her.
They cut her in 4 games after drafting her on draft night, first round. That image ain't what they ain't pushing that no more. It's over for that.
It's over.
It's
I
over.
agree.
They might well, all of those that want to be that, you might as well go in the NBA.
It's the
You
truth.
can do it. You can do it.
Or the big
but
three.
What they
What a big
three,
three.
right,
What
Dre?
a big three.
what they're telling you is you can do it, but you won't be promoted.
Look
No.
look at the
Yeah.
transformation that Asia Wilson has made in her look.
Oh my
Between last
and
season.
Candace Parker.
Jesus.
And Candace Parker.
And
Did you
Candace
see
Parker-
how on the new
And the
that
thing
panel
was,
she
Candace
on
Parker's
today?
always been heterosexual, but now you're seeing more of that come out.
She's
later.
so feminine. She's so feminine now.
That feminine
She's
energy is now being allowed to come forth.
everything.
But didn't Candace Parker marry a woman?
Yeah,
No.
she left her husband.
Oh, she did leave her husband.
She
Yeah.
did.
She left her husband and married a
Yeah.
woman.
She left
Yeah,
her
she
husband
left
and
her
married
husband for a
a woman.
woman.
Married a white woman. She's married to
These
a
white
woman.
women,
No wonder her
these white
basketball
women
takes
stealing
is
all
jacked
our
up
good
now.
black
Okay.
women.
No wonder her basketball takes is
You
jacked
know
up.
what? Okay.
Yeah,
I
she
don't trust
left
nothing
her.
Candace
She
Parker said.
left her
Davey, I
husband.
heard that. I'm not even.
She left
I'm gonna have
her
to cut that
husband.
out of the audio version.
She left her husband and went and married the
white
lady.
woman.
Yeah, it's a
I
white
know
lady.
one thing. I'm coming to a Knick game with you guys because I need to see Miss Monica in person.
Monica McNutt.
Listen, listen. I always loved Monica. And
Listen, Dre.
She's the GOAT. She's the GOAT.
Listen, no, I know what Dre is getting at.
yo,
Yo,
you ain't
I
gotta
was
listen.
watching-
You ain't gotta wait
The
till
moment
game.
she joined the staff last season, I said, "Who is that?"
Listen, you ain't gotta
I
wait
was
till the
watching
game.
her
Just
on Shannon's podcast with Ocho, and I was just like, Jesus. She's so
Her,
I'm
good.
her
getting
energy,
off.
her energy is just mad
She is
crazy.
so nice to look
Listen,
at, and she's smart.
she just got engaged a couple months
She
ago.
did.
Yeah,
got
she did.
married.
Now I know what to fast
Some
forward.
dude,
I know what to fast
they
forward.
celebrated their engagement. But yep, she's
And you can meet her at her gym. She works out every day up on the Upper West Side.
up on Upper West Side. Yep.
You
You can
better know
go meet
stuff,
at the
Jay.
gym. You can go meet at the gym, Dre.
I'm about to say, don't give Dre the address. Dre be up there.
He in Jersey. He be.
What that mean? I got a car.
Ted Morris
Bishop,
said a
I'm coming
name
to
like
get you.
McNutt.
We going to the
Ted, no.
Sign off. Log off.
Run along off.
Listen,
Sound like a
that's-
big
I'm
dog
coming to Long
orgasm.
Island and I'm coming to get you.
No.
Listen, they went and found, and Monica McNutt is everywhere. Like, she joined the Knicks staff last year, and her star just rose. ESPN grabbed her to start doing sideline reporting. Then she was doing games, and now she's doing New York Liberty games as well on the Yes Network. Monica McNutt is everywhere
I'm
right
going
now.
to the
He
Barclays.
really is.
All right.
So
God
shout
bless.
out
All
to
right,
Monica
we
McNutt.
going to the Barclays then. I don't got to wait till next season. We going to the
And she
Barclays.
and she ain't scared of Stephen A. She ain't scared of him.
She's the
Listen.
goat. She's the goat.
She
I
shook
was-
Stephen A. yesterday. He got shook.
She cooked him. She cooked him.
Yo, he was
He
so
was a
mad.
chef.
He went and vented on his own show.
35 minutes.
Wait.
35 minutes. Your man went in for 35 minutes.
Did y'all see my stories when y'all saw Stevie A just looking like this? Like, this dude had no energy. He had no energy. He didn't want no smoke.
She
He didn't
cooked
want
him
no smoke.
and didn't even use a whole lot of words. She just like
No.
respect. When she said respectfully, I knew it was in for him at that point. She said respectfully, Stephen A. And I
Listen,
said,
Dean,
oh,
talking to
boy.
you.
She cooked him and didn't drain the grease. Let me tell you.
He was trying to keep it general. She said, no, I'm talking to you.
Yeah,
Left
Yeah.
him greasy, Davey. Left him greasy. Didn't
Yo.
drain the grease.
I love it. I love it.
Listen, this has been an amazing show tonight. I appreciate you all for rocking with us. Shout outs to all those that came in the comments tonight on our live platform. Of course, shout out to Keisha, Bishop J. Mack, Pastor Dave, Pastor Dre. Shout out to LB, who jumped in the comments briefly because he's still recovering from his birthday bash last week. So we let him off the hook. But again, don't forget, like, share, tag, and comment when you're watching live. We're here every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Also, tomorrow morning, actually midnight tonight, if you're into audio podcasts, if you missed any part of the show or you want to share it with somebody, you don't have to send them the video. Go to Apple Podcasts, go to Spotify, go to iHeartRadio. The audio version of our podcast will be available at midnight tonight on all of those platforms. Share it out, and we hope to see you again next week. Great show tonight, everyone. Again, well, Davey and Dre, since y'all came on late, give me your NBA Finals predictions.
I was gonna say, get it if you could.
Go ahead, Davey.
We got the Mavs. I got the Mavs in 6.
Mavs
what I
and 6.
said.
That's
Okay.
what we said.
I got the Mavs in 5.
That's
You
what
said
Gino
that's me.
said.
That's what I
That's
said,
the
Dre.
deal, yeah.
I said Mavs and
Everybody
5.
picking the Mavs on
Yeah,
here. That's good.
Yeah, I don't see Tatum showing up.
See?
Me neither.
And
We're
Jalen
all in
can't do
agreement
about
on
it.
that one.
Yeah, I don't see him.
Wow, Dre, you and Keisha actually agree on something.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
the
see
next
Tatum.
time you come for me is a problem.
I see them taking him out, and Lively is just freaking amazing, man.
Y'all know Lively's supposed to be on the Knicks.
He's been balling. So yeah, I don't see them having an answer for him. He gonna wear Horford out.
Listen, shout out to
He gonna wear Porzingis out too.
shout out to Mark Cuban, who tanked the last 3 games of last season to keep that pick to get Derek Lively.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he has been a difference maker. So now we know why Dallas wanted to tank at the end of last season, because a year they got the player that they needed that was going to be one of the difference makers that got them to the finals this year.
Wow.
Listen, that's a good
PJ
front office.
Washington, and that PJ Washington is a beast too.
Absolutely.
And I'm not gonna hold you, but If y'all stay healthy, I'm prophesying for next year. Lift your hands, Knicks fans, and receive this. I see y'all. I never in my life thought I would say this, but I see y'all going to the finals next year.
Listen, if the Knick team
If
comes
y'all
back
can stay
intact
healthy, get them
and they're
maybe
healthy,
a little piece or two.
that's
I see
the
y'all
best.
going. I don't see nobody beating y'all.
Yeah, that's the best team in the Eastern Conference.
So
Yeah.
We're going to the finals, and I want Dallas
I said it
because
first.
Jalen Brunson got to go back. I want to play Dallas in the finals next year, just so Jalen Brunson can go back there and say, "Look what you."
That'd be dope.
I just want to stay healthy and get to the finals. I just want to stay healthy and get to the finals.
Listen, right?
I'll worry about who's there when we get there.
I just want a healthy team in the playoffs next year. That's all I pray for.
Same.
Listen,
Because we didn't have we didn't have a healthy team, man.
Nah, it definitely should have been y'all in Dallas because I already said I saw y'all was gonna beat Indiana until all the injuries happened, but I knew Boston wasn't beating y'all.
No,
Thank
no
you.
way.
Thank you.
Right.
No
Thank
way.
you, Dre.
Boston wasn't
Thank
beating
you.
No way.
Thank you, Dre.
No way. And I
Thank you.
posted that
Because
and
you
I got
can't tell
attacked.
these
I
so-called
got attacked.
basketball aficionados nothing. They gonna
I'm
try
not-
to talk about they
I'm
would have
not
beat
a
the
Knicks
Knicks, and there's
fan,
no way they would have.
but I know basketball, and they
Hashtag run it
they
back.
wasn't beating y'all.
Fabs, Dre. I wrote that on my status and I got attacked. I was like, y'all
Ted
can't
Morris
be serious.
receives your prophecy, Dre.
Yo, Tatum just ain't it for me, man. I don't think this is Tatum's team.
But
We've been saying that. We've been saying that.
saying this for the last couple years. That these two guys don't play. They play the same position. They need to get rid of one. They don't need Tatum and Brown. They two wing. They playing the same. That's like us going. That's like the Knicks getting Mitchell. Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell, right?
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell. That's the same player
It don't
as
work.
Brunson. You don't need that.
It doesn't work. The chemistry does not go.
After 5 years, they still not have. They haven't decided who the alpha is.
I disagree with that. I wouldn't say it doesn't work.
No, they haven't decided who the alpha is.
It has nothing to do with that either. What it is Tatum shrinks in the moment. This has nothing to do with because he's getting shots, but look at the percentage that he's shooting.
That's what we said.
That's what we said too. We said that.
The team is fine the way it is. It's just that Tatum does what I expect Devin Booker to do every year.
That's why I don't want him on the Knicks.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't want Tatum on the Knicks.
That's what I'm saying. Like it has nothing to do
Booker.
with
That's
the
why I don't
team
want
is
I don't want
fine.
Devin Booker either.
That's what I'm saying. It's just that when Tatum gets to a certain part of the playoffs, I expect the real Jason Tatum to stand up.
And we'll see. I'm sure we'll see that in the finals.
Jaylen Brown he hasn't been all that consistent. This year he has, but he hasn't been all that consistent either.
You muted, Dre.
What you said? Jaylen Brown
was Jalen last year and the year before that.
We got to get out of here. We absolutely got to get out of here. I got to edit this thing down so it's under an hour and a half because y'all know we could talk for hours about this stuff. Again, thank all y'all for watching. Appreciate you, Ted Morris. Appreciate you, Willie Green. Great conversation, TT Fisher. Pastor David Wright. Like I said, Dre Rumble. Of course, Mike McFadden, regular contributor. Thank you for being here. All of you. And Anthony West, Keisha going to beat you up when y'all get to church on Sunday, Anthony. I just want you to know that she's already threatened your life. So I just want you to know that. She wants you to square up. So again, download the podcast. Even just support the podcast by downloading it. Download the podcast. Send it to somebody. We'll be back next Tuesday, 8 p.m. We'll know if we're 2 or 3 games into the finals. 2 games into the finals. We'll be 2 games into the finals by then. I'm sure we'll have some more to talk about. We didn't even get to the Yankees and the Mets today. Just so many other things that we could discuss. I'm sure there'll be some more W stuff. Keisha, you coming back next week?
I'll be back.
See, Keisha done joined the show. I'm gonna bring Dre back just so he can spar with you.
No, you're not. Negative.
I don't know why she's up here in the first place, but we'll talk about that later, Dwayne.
Negative.
Listen, she's here for the same reason that the WNBA has changed their marketing, and I'll leave it at that. So, thank y'all for joining us. Church Guys Sports Show. David, take us out of here. Davey done froze.
Oh, what do you want me to pray?
Yeah.
Oh, Father God, we thank you for this sportscast. We thank you for this open door, and we pray that you continue to blow us up even the more, God, and touch those that are viewing, and let us all know that it's all right to love God and love sports. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. One more time, shout out to Kaya for the theme song. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Yo, this is the state of emergency. Check. I need all my Knicks fans right now to grab your jerseys, your popcorn, your sodas, whatever you gotta do to get ready for this game. I don't care if you're a cheerleader, an athlete, a couch potato. We're here to restore the field. Can you say from New York what I say from New York? Hey, yo, let's go now.
Hey, yo, I bring that New York energy. Talking 42nd Street. Alley hoop finger roll. Ain't nobody checking me. Crossover through the legs. Step back, hit it 3. Still up in the hood, but got big baller tendencies. She just trying to get flued out to John Kennedy. Just to see the Knicks play. Make a couple memories. New York, if you ain't from here, don't pretend to be. And if you ain't rocking with the Knicks, you an enemy. Yeah, look at us. Whole city is wild. This is New York. Why y'all ever counted us out? Any game we attend, yeah, we taking it now. Fast break on the court, all up and down. Lead a garden in the pigsty. Yeah, we get it on this side. Bacon, egg, and cheese or the lobster mac with the ribeye. Either way, we winning the overtime if we get tired. Get it with the team, yeah, that's just something we live by. Hey, yo, first quarter in, we gon' turn it up. Gotta warm up first, then we taking it dub. By the third quarter in, no, they ain't catching up. Gotta stay in the lead before that shot clock buzz. If the Knicks get a win, we gon' do it again. Make the finals once before, we gon' do it again. Bounce back in the fourth, we gon' do it again. It's been a while since the chip, but we gon' do it again, yeah.
Yo, put your hands up. If you rockin' with the Knicks, put your hands up. Yo, put your hands up. If you from New York, put your hands up. Yo, look, put your hands up. If you rockin' with the Knicks, put your hands up.